demonstration of managing thresholds within IBM Cloud App Management. Let's start creating a threshold by first logging into IBM Cloud Private, version 2.103, the user ID that has administrator privileges such as admin. IBM Cloud App Management uses a software component called Cloud Event Management to notify users when thresholds are met. Cloud Event Management requires users to be defined in IBM Cloud Private before they can be defined in Cloud Event Management. Once defined in IBM Cloud Private, you can set up a user profile, add users to groups, assign user roles, and set up incident notifications for the users in IBM Cloud App Management. So let's confirm that the user ID that's required by IBM Cloud App Management has been defined in IBM Cloud Private. Click Menu, Manage, Teams, and then select the team you've set up before in IBM Cloud Private. Ours is named Support. If you click on the Users tab, you note that we've created a user ID called ICAMDemo and an email address of usericamdemo@gmail.com. A SendGrid API key or an SMTP server is required to successfully send emails from IBM Cloud App Management to Gmail user IDs. Next, let's log into IBM Cloud App Management. Click Menu, Workloads, Brokered Services, and click Launch beside the IBM Cloud App Management brokered service. This takes us to the IBM Cloud App Management user interface. Click Get Started, and in the upper right, right-click on the icon and note that we're logged in as admin into IBM Cloud App Management. Next, click Administration, Users and Groups. There's our user ID that's defined by default, named admin. Click New User, and into the details, let's put in a name. Let's go with user ICAM demo. User ID of ICAM demo. Note this matches the user ID within IBM Cloud Private. Email address is usericamdemo@gmail.com. And for the role, let's pick Operations Lead. Scroll down and click Save. So we've created a user named user ICAMDemo. The user ID is ICAMDemo. And note that the user can't receive notifications until he verifies the email address. So let's log into Gmail and go to our user ICAMDemo email. And observe you got two emails that have arrived. One says Welcome to Cloud App Management. The other says IBM Cloud App Management email verification is required. Click on the link within that email to validate the email address into Cloud App Management. Let's return to IBM Cloud App Management and let's add a group which our new user will be a member of. So click the Groups tab, click New Group, give the group a name. Let's go with Linux Admins. Select the pull down under User Membership and add in user ICAMDemo as a user in this group. And let's make the admin user ID be the owner. Click Save. So at this point, we've created a group called Linux Admins. We've created a user, and this user's been assigned to this group. Observe the paper airplane beside the group name of Linux Admins. This indicates it's eligible to receive notifications at this point. We select Users. Observe the user ICAMDemo also has the airplane enabled, which means he has been validated and can also receive notifications. Let's log out of admin. Let's log out of IBM Cloud Private. And let's log back in with this new user ID. Now note our user ID that we log in with is ICAMDemo as opposed to user ICAMDemo. You'll log in with your ID. Click Login. In the upper right, right-click, note we're logged in with ICAMDemo. Let's log back into IBM Cloud App Management by clicking Menu Brokered Services and Launch beside IBM Cloud App Management. Click Get Started, and in the upper right, observe the user ID again is ICAMDemo. Select Incidents, and let's observe that we have 0 incidents currently under My Incidents, under Group Incidents, and under All Incidents. Next, we want to create an incident policy. Click Administration, Policies. Observe there are 5 policies that come with the product, all related to priorities. Select Create Incident Policy to create our own incident policy. Let's give it a name. Let's go with Linux Event Policy. Let's provide a description. Send Linux events to Linux admins. Scroll down. Select Specify Conditions. Select an attribute. Let's go with Priority. Under Operator, let's go is higher than or equal to, and let's pick a priority of 5. So that'll pick up priorities 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Select the plus sign beside Add Condition to describe incident events. Scroll down, and let's select an attribute of resource type. Operator is. For the value, let's put in Linux, all lowercase, OS. Scroll down and click Assign and Notify under the Actions. Expand Add Assignment Notification, and let's select Linux Admins, and over on the right, select Notify. Gotta reduce the size of your browser in this setup to see the Apply button. Let's expand our browser back out. So let's click On under Enable to enable the policy and click Save. So now we have an incident policy named Linux Event Policy. The author is ICAMDemo, has an action of Assign and Notify. And as a reminder, this will forward all events of any priority 1 through 5 to the group Linux Admins. So let's return to the Administration tab, and now we can select Thresholds. Under Threshold Management, it says what do you want to create? Let's scroll down There's lots of product provided thresholds. We're going to create a customized one. So select Create under Thresholds. Threshold Policy, we're going to trigger a critical event. Make the type be Linux Systems. And the metric, just so we can force it to fire, let's pick an easy, predictable one. Let's go with File System Disk Free in megabytes. And we'll say if it's greater than or equal to 0. So this should be true for every Linux system out there. Let's give this threshold policy a name. We'll call it any free space. For the description, let's go with the description of threshold is true if there's any free disk space. Let's scroll down. Click Resource Group and observe that the state gets enabled. Scroll down and select Save and Finish. You'll return to the Threshold Management window. Observe our new threshold, any free space. Severity is critical. It's assigned to Linux systems. It is editable versus read-only, and the state is enabled. Scroll up and click IBM Cloud App Management. Under Incidents, observe there are no incidents immediately. It will take a few minutes for this threshold to get distributed out to the agents and for an incident to show up. So after a couple of minutes, the incidents show up. Let's click All Incidents and you can see there they are. If we click on More Info for any of these incidents, you see more details about the incident. Observe the summary, state, severity, first occurrence, last changed, expiry time, count, incident type, status, and source are the fields showing under incident info. If you hover your mouse over the longer ones, it'll wrap around. Click the hyperlink under Resource Dashboard Drill Down. This takes you to the resource that sent in the incident that met the threshold criteria. Scroll down and observe under the file system, indeed we have more than 0 bytes free under file system. Let's look at the other incident. Here you can see the last change date. We can see the priority, how long it's been opened for, the name, any free space, and the fact that it's been assigned. Let's select More Info. And this one, observe all the same incident info we saw on the other one. Let's scroll up, click Timeline. And we can see in the timeline the current owner. You can see user has been notified. It's been assigned to a group. Go back to details and drill down to the resource dashboard. And we can see the host name this time is different. It's ITMLin1. But again, he has some free disk space. So he also meets the threshold. Let's go back to the All Incidents page. And if we click Group Incidents, we see these same two incidents show up there. It's because they've been assigned to the group that I'm a member of. If I click on My Incidents, observe that no incidents show up. That's because these incidents were pushed to the group, not to an individual user. Let's go back to our Gmail account and look for the notification that will show up. Click All Mail to receive the incidents. You can see the incidents for 14 and 15. Let's click on incident 14 and observe the content of the email. It's got the summary, the affected resource, the group. Let's click View Incident. And that's going to take us over to IBM Cloud App Management, right into the incident that we were notified about. Let's scroll down and observe the data that shows up, which is identical to the data we saw earlier. Let's go back to the email and take ownership of this incident right from the email. Click Take Ownership. Now if you select the incidents, you go to My Incidents, now an incident shows up. That's because this was sent to the group, but I took ownership over it. So now it becomes my incident. Next thing I want to show you, if you click on Resources, and let's scroll down to the two resources that we've been working with. Click View Resources under Linux Systems. Let's note we've got a status of critical on both of them. This was from the threshold event that was forwarded. Let's select the ICAM Worker 21 resource and observe this history that shows you when events came in, when thresholds were reached. You see the red dot that happened about 5 or 10 minutes ago? That's an indication that that's the time that that threshold was met. That concludes this demonstration of how to set up thresholding for threshold events within IBM Cloud App Management.